today we're doing another gun review, but today we're doing it over one of my personal favorite firearms, or one of my favorite models. This is the Rock Island 1911 A1 FS Tactical. So this is actually a very gorgeous firearm. And I'm not going to be doing any shooting in this video. We're going to be doing the shooting later on because this one is actually in here to be completely customized. This is brand new. We just got it in the shop yesterday. But before I start taking it apart and doing anything to it, I just wanted to go through it and kind of explain some of the features and how, my personal opinion on it. Because there's a lot of 1911s out there. There's a lot of different brands and companies. And some say are better than others, which is obviously the case. But this one I just wanted to go over and kind of talk about it and give some of the features and my overall opinion of it. The Rock Island brand, also known as Armscor, has been making 1911s for quite some time. Based out of the Philippines, and a lot of people will either say they love them or they hate them. And it's one of those things, it's a lot of personal preference. I've personally owned a Rock Island in the past. It was just a standard 1911 A1 GI style pistol, and honestly, I never had a single problem with it. I actually enjoyed shooting it, and for the price, it was definitely worth it. So how we came about this pistol was a buddy of mine had brought in a pistol to get worked. It was a Taurus PT 24/7 Pro, and he wanted me to do some custom Cerakote stuff for him. American flag, military symbols, and stuff like that. He served in 3 separate branches of the military, so we wanted to put those emblems on it and do all sorts of cool stuff. But upon disassembling the firearm and looking, we actually found cracking in the slide, and that's not good, obviously. So we inspected it, made sure it was cracked. We did some portable dye penetrant inspection on it, developed it, and found out that yes, it was cracking and it was Y splitting, and so we don't want to deal with that. So he basically said, yeah, I'm going to trash it. So he wanted me to find him a 1911 that had all the features he wanted, that was a reasonable price. And so we did some looking around, and I suggested the Rock Island because I've had one. I really enjoyed it. I've known a lot of people that's had them, and they've had no problems with them. And so there is one issue. I'm going to get to that. But we decided to go ahead and order one. So the price was definitely right on it. It was just under $700 when it was all said and done for him. And so it's a really, really nice pistol. This thing is fully loaded, and it is a beefy, heavy pistol. This thing has all the bells and whistles that you want. Definitely a full frame, nice rail on there, skeletonized trigger that's fully adjustable for your travel, length of travel, skeletonized commander type hammer, and nice beaver tail grip safety, nice adjustable sights. It comes with basically the rubber grips that are on there, and it's just your standard, basically 8+1, if you will, magazine. But it is a really, really nice pistol. Ambidextrous safety as well. Forgot to mention that. So it's got all the features that you want in a 1911. And honestly, for the price, it's definitely a good pistol to either start building on, or if you're looking to buy something that's fully loaded and you don't want to deal with it, this could potentially be a good product for you. I love the 1911, and a lot of people either love them or hate them, but this is a very, very comfortable pistol, and it is a little heavy in the front, obviously. I mean, you see the frame that's on there, the rail, so it's a nice full frame, adds a little bit of heavy weight to it, but that's all right. Stainless steel guide rod in here. Everything fits really, really well and works really, really smooth, but still keeps a nice tight tolerance. The great thing about them is that it seems like they've really stepped their game up. When I had a 1911, a government type 1911, it would rattle a little bit. There was a little bit of play in the parts, and that was one thing. It's like, okay, you look at stuff like Kimber and the higher end 1911s. They don't rattle, they don't shake, they don't do anything. It never affected performance with my 1911. I never had a single issue with it, but it was definitely not built in the same tight tolerance like a lot of the other high-end firearms. This thing is solid. I mean, there's no shaking of components, no nothing. So I'm very impressed with the quality of build that they have put this thing, or what they've put out in the market. It's definitely a nice pistol, you know. They put their little Rock Island, laser etch that in the slide. And the other potential that I see with this pistol is that it is a blank canvas for so much machine work. If you wanted to you know, port or cut the slide, you know, adding maybe a magazine well on here. If you wanted to turn something like this into a competition pistol, I honestly believe this would be a very, very good choice for somebody. I really like the extra stippling that they put on the back there. They cut some checkering back there, so you got a nice good grip. The standard ones are just a standard smooth piece, which you know that. But this is definitely a nice pistol, especially for the price. And like I said, Rock Island Arms, I tell you, they make a good pistol. We will be doing some more over this pistol, just for the simple fact that it is going to be completely transformed again. We're going to be turning it into a military tribute pistol, and so we're going to be shooting it later on, so we'll be able to do some groupings and see how it works, make sure that everything is smooth. But it seems like a very, very nice built pistol, and I honestly haven't seen too many videos over these things. A lot of people are looking for the Kimbers and you know, the Cabot guns. They make a really nice 1911 if you can afford them. The Jesse James 1911s, those are all incredibly expensive high-end pistols. But this, for your average Joe Schmo like myself, is something that's affordable, that's got all the bells and whistles, that would be easy to carry. Well, not carry, but easy to you know, improve on if you really wanted to, and something that would be enjoyable to shoot. So definitely check them out. I forgot to mention the rest of it. So there's the pistol, and just like every other one that I've had, it does come with a nice hard case to carry it around in, foam lined, all that good stuff. Inside, obviously, your standard lock, you know, your spent casing, owner's manual, registration for the warranty and all that stuff, and also a chamber block so that you can plug the chamber if you want to, so you don't have to worry about it getting loaded. But that's all included in it, and the price is definitely right. So if you're interested, let me know. I can point you in the right direction, but definitely a super nice pistol. And honestly, I don't think we're going to have any problems with it. I think it's going to be a really cool pistol when we're finished. So definitely be on the lookout for that. I will be posting a video later on, probably in the next couple weeks, after it's finished up and we get it out there. The one issue I was going to mention that I forgot to mention, and I haven't checked yet, I will be able to here in a little bit when we get this thing stripped down. But one of the things I did notice about the Rock Island pistols that is a potential problem, and it has been a problem because I've worked on 3 or 4 of them since I've been here, and it's had the same issue. Everyone's had the same issue. When they finish their firearms, when they coat them, they leave the rear sight installed, and usually the front sight as well. So everything's bare metal. They install the sights and then they coat their product. Well, you've got bare exposed metal underneath these sights, and everyone that I've looked at has had rust and corrosion and all sorts of problems. So that's the only issue that I've ever come across with a Rock Island pistol. Nothing ever mechanical, nothing that would be deemed unsafe. You know, the fit and finish of these things is really, really nice. But there was some shortcuts made. I don't know if they're still that way or not. I'll be able to address that in the next video. But this is just kind of an overview, looking at it, taking a look at it, seeing it, if you like it or not. I think it's a great pistol. I can't wait to work on it. I can't wait to shoot it and see how it does. So, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. More videos coming up later. Have a great day. Stay safe.